Monday, September the 11th. Link to class Nearpod is in the chat. Please go ahead and join. Join using your first name and last initial. Let's go ahead and get started. Remember, the session will be recorded in case somebody is absent or would want to review the lesson again. Let's look at the week at a glimpse. We'll have quiz 3.04. Bama, welcome to class. We have quiz 3.04 due on Thursday. I am going over this quiz today and tomorrow in OpenOffice. We do have a math TFAR, the very first TFAR for the semester that is also going to be due on Thursday. I am going to give you some class time on Wednesday to get started and to see how things will work, right? For the TFAR. Lesson objectives. I want to see you guys in Nearpod. I know you are very excited to be back, very excited to be in the math class. But join Nearpod. I do have a time to climb as a warm-up. So listen to the lesson objectives carefully and maybe it will help you answer some questions. Today I am reviewing unit rate and connecting it to constant of proportionality so that I can calculate constant of proportionality from a given problem. I know I got it if I can evaluate constant of proportionality problems in terms of equations, tables, graphs, and story problems. Everybody join Nearpod so that I can see your work and give you some meaningful feedback. Get started. Okay. Morgan, I received your message. And I am very happy to hear that you are trying hard in my class. Okay. Here is the link to the Nearpod. Let's keep the chat a little easy so people can focus on the learning. Time to climb. Grab a sheet of paper and pencil. Grab a sheet of paper and pencil. Link to Nearpod is going to be in the question answer chat. If you haven't joined yet, please go ahead and join. I'm going to choose the theme. Okay, Nearpod. Let me refresh my Nearpod. Hopefully it will work. Nearpod is acting weird. Is your Nearpod acting weird? One, you cannot hear anything? It shows. Okay, now it is working. So sound off and here we are. Morgan, here we are. We'll choose a character and join the game. Choose a character and join the game. Everybody, go ahead, join Nearpod. Join Nearpod. Link to the Nearpod is in your question answer chat. We'll wait a few more seconds. So the Nearpod is basically there so that you may get to know how much you already know before the teacher will teach you. Okay, the Nearpod is this time to climb is there so that you can see how much you know before the teacher will teach you. Morgan, I put it on mute so you can read the question and it's not distracted. Yeah. Question 1. Question 1. Refer to the image or click the image. See which equation will match. Five seconds more to answer. You may also answer in the chat if you didn't join your pod. Question 2. Remember, this is for me to see how much you already know before we start learning. At a school carnival, tickets can be purchased to participate in different activities. So the table shows tickets and cost. What is the constant of proportionality? Seven seconds more. Okay, let's move on to the next question. Morgan, very happy to hear. Michael, continue from here. So here the graph represents number of books Layla has read and number of months she has been member of a book club. See which answer looks right and read carefully. 10 seconds more. And let's go ahead and move on to the next question. The last question. The last question, refer to the image. Here we have cheddar cheese costs $4.25 per pound. Which equation best represents? Right? The cost to number of pounds. Get started. Morgan, very well done. There are people in our class who review the lesson before the session starts and they find the session goes much more smoother for them. That is my goal for putting in the lesson ahead of time, so you guys can definitely see. 10 seconds more. Melanie, you can always refer to my slide for question. Look at my screen for questions. Okay, here are Morgan, first name, last initial only. Don't put in your full name, right? Same for Caitlin. We'll only put first name and last initial, like last letter of the last name or first letter of the last name. Perfect. Very good. As I see how you guys did on my Nearpod, I can tell that several of you already have a understanding of the topic and can handle the questions on your own. If that is the case for you, and remember those of you who already mastered, perfect, Morgan. Those of you who feel like you have mastered, you can definitely be one of our leaders and teachers in the breakout rooms. I'm not going to hold everybody in this main room just because you got to listen to the teacher. No, that would not be the case. If you want to go fly on your own, because how I see you guys did in Nearpod, it seems like several of you can handle things on your own without my guidance. Breakout rooms will open. You use the self-paced Nearpod link to work with your friends whom you think you work best with and get started. Use the self-paced Nearpod. We have around 15 minutes, a little over 15 minutes, but I will still allow you 15 minutes. There are 6 rooms this time so that nobody is kind of too jammed in the rooms. Make sure not more than 4 people in each room. Abigail, I received your message. Okay, no problem. Those of you who want to stay with me, you will stay with me so we can look at the problems together, right? And I will say for main room, there's the link. For breakout rooms, The link is there. Yep, Caitlin, you stay with me, right? For those who want to work in groups, you will stay in groups. And I am gonna run my playlist at the time so my slides don't go away. And let's look at the first question. Here we are. I am going to move. We will look at all the quiz questions also. Don't worry. We will look at those quiz questions too. For all of those who will be working with me in the main room, let's get started. Perfect. 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 Let me see. Look at how many people are going to work in groups. Room C, room D. Room D needs a member. Okay, room D is also full. Room E needs a member. Room F. Okay, I'll just rearrange the members a little. Okay, Sophia. People are exploding the rooms out. That's a good idea. But room A, B, C are quite empty. If you think you want to work by yourself, you will join room A, B, or C. Those of us who are with me at this time, we are on different slides. So let me first match the slide. My whiteboard is open. You guys inform me. Okay, let's be on the same slides. This is the one that I am on. It is the instruct slide. Okay, I will definitely go over your quiz questions too. I'll close the chat by mistake, not the whiteboard. Here it is, right? The question says, the cost of 3 pounds of grapes is $6.57. What is the constant of proportionality? What is the constant of proportionality that relates the cost in dollars Y to number of pounds of grapes X? I'm going to pause here. What do you think you have to do in this question? What is the question asking you to do? What is the question asking you to do? Caitlin, hop on the mic and tell me, why do you think this is going to be a division question where you will divide $6.57 by 3?
I think it would be a division question because it's asking for the proportion, and to get that, you would I think you would need to put in a ratio, and to get a ratio, you would need to divide 657 divide by 3 so you can get to the ratio.
Excellent. Very good. Very good. I am very proud of you, Caitlin, the way you explained. Caitlin's talking about proportions and to get the proportionality. And here also means unit weight. To find for each pound, you will divide. Excellent. So did someone divide? 657 by 3. Tell us how much did you get? Did someone get a chance to divide? How much did you get? 657 divided by 3. Perseus. Xavier's working it out. Melanius, Drakus, Emilius, Human got $2.19. Human. Perseus. Caitlin. I agree. $2.19. Drake, feel free to put and drop things in the main chat. So if I want to express this as an equation, do you guys know how I will express this in the form of an equation at this time? Now I know my unit rate. My unit rate is $2.19, right? That for each pound, the cost is $2.19. If I want to express in terms of an equation, I will say y equals, excellent. Y is output. Y is going to be the cost, equals cost per pound times number of pounds, right? And number of pounds is going to be X. Excellent. This is how you could have expressed this and expressed it in terms of an equation, right? Are there questions? Are there any questions? Let's go ahead and look at another question. And now the questions are going to be from your time to climb. There, practice question 1. Everybody get started now. See if you can answer practice question 1. right? I'm gonna go look at what my people are doing in the breakout rooms. I'm gonna just visit one room and be back.
Yo, I checked. There's like barely anyone in all the breaker rooms.
Okay, here I am back. I just wanted to check on my room, my one of my rooms, see what is going on, and people seem to be working in good harmony. You guys got a chance to think about the question? There are two answers that will never be right. There are two answers that are absolutely wrong answers. Which one are those two? Because of how they wrote the equation, two of them are absolutely wrong because mathematicians never invented equations that will look like those kind of ones. Can you guys think about which two answers will be the absolutely wrong ones? Because mathematicians never wrote down equations in that form. A and B? No, Xavier, but that's a good try. Mathematicians never wrote equations in the form x. If you start equation with x, you're trying to find for input x. Okay? A and C. Right? Mathematicians always start equations with y because we try to find output and output is y. So either B or D will be the correct answers. Melanie, I agree. Aiden, think about. In 1 hour, she puts in 42 letters. If you want to find for more hours, are you going to add 42 or are you going to multiply 42? Think about it that way. Priscus, hop on the mic and tell me why you say D. Priscus, why you chose D? Xavier says D. Mia, good.
I
Yes.
just feel like it's D.
Why you feel like it's gonna be D?
I don't know.
Think about the reasoning. Xavier, why do you think? Go ahead, Caitlin. Absolutely. Go ahead, Caitlin. Caitlin is gonna talk about it over the mic.
It's D because it's a multiplication problem and not
Excellent.
an addition problem.
Excellent. Prosaius, now can you say it in your own words? I think Prosaius isn't listening to us, but we will move on to problem 2. This is also one of our quiz questions. See here, they gave you a table. They gave you a table, number of tickets, and the total cost. Total cost. What do they want you to find? They want you to find constant of proportionality. Right? Can you find constant of proportionality? Do you guys know what is constant of proportionality? Think about it. As you guys think, do not respond back immediately. Let me check. Xavier, that is a really great idea. But constant of proportionality means unit rate. Unit rate means the rate of 1. For example, for example, if 8 tickets cost $2, what is the cost of 1? Can you tell me the cost of one ticket? If you can tell me the cost of one ticket, right, you are finding for constant of proportionality. How will you find for one ticket? To find the cost of one ticket means you're finding constant of proportionality. Can you guys tell me how you can do that? Then cost of one ticket gotta be, let's see what you guys put in the question answer chat. Harmony says then just divide. Yes. Caitlin says divide. Divide this 2 by 8. Right? And that will tell you the cost of one ticket. How much is the cost of one ticket? It's gonna be 25 cents. Yes, $2 for 8 tickets, right? So, constant of proportionality is a hard word, big word for 7th grade. You gotta remember it, write it down somewhere, but just means unit rate or the cost of one. Okay, let's go ahead and look at the next question. Question 3. This was also one of our time to climb questions. As you answered question 3, this is something that most of you will be able to answer. I'm going to go check and check out what people in one of my breakout rooms are doing. I am back. You all got a chance to answer this? I agree to... Okay, somebody says Layla read 3 books in the first 4 months. Let's see what the person is trying to say. They read 3 books in the first 4 months? Oh, doesn't look like true for person who's choosing C. Okay, it seems like people are choosing B. Yes, very good. B is right if you're choosing B. Right? Layla read 3 books. Number of books are here, right? Caitlin, you read it wrong. That is okay. See, they read 3 books. First 2 months, right? First 2 months. 3 books. We'll go ahead and move on and look at the very final problem. That way you will get to answer all of them. Remember, there are more questions. I recommend you to go review the other questions that we won't get to see. Yes, breakout rooms are about to end. They're doing some good quality work over there too and helping one another out. Sometimes it is a good idea to still hop into the breakout rooms to see what is going on there and see if you can find a group that you would love to join and be a part of. Here is your exit ticket. Everybody, go ahead, get started. See how you will answer. The cheddar cheese cost $4.25 per pound. How will you express this one as equation? The cheddar cheese cost 4.25 pounds per it's not A or B because it starts with X. Caitlin says take away X or B. Okay, A or B. Our breakout room people are going to be back in a few seconds. Very good, Milene. Everybody's back in the main room. Everybody is back in the main room. I'm going to open up my whiteboard for you. This is an exit ticket for you guys to answer, right? Go ahead, mark in some way on my whiteboard. I see answers in the chat. Mia. Caitlin says, Caitlin, hop on the mic. Talk about answer choice B. Caitlin.
Did you say B or D?
B, ball.
Oh, so it's not B because it starts with X.
Excellent.
And it's D because it's a multiplication problem.
Excellent. Any questions? Yes, it is time, Lena. Yeah, go ahead. Anybody has questions? No? You guys feel okay? There are some questions in the T4 that will be like these, so easy answers if you have learned them. If not, join Open Office and we are going over some similar questions. Thank you so much for joining.